Welcome to Monday's Mental Mistakes. This week we're looking at the illusion of control. The illusion of control is the tendency to overestimate the amount of personal control that we have in a given situation. That is, we tend to see ourselves as in control of events, even when we're not. The illusion of control makes us more likely to interpret outcomes as being the result of our choices. At the same time, we're unlikely to recognise the impact of factors outside of our control. Here's a simple example. Think of a friend of yours who is as good at driving as you are. Imagine that you are taking a road trip with them and you have temporarily stopped. While you are parked, the weather turns, and by the time you decide to leave, it is raining heavily. Visibility is low, and you are due to drive on unfamiliar roads with a high speed limit. Which would make you feel safer, for you to drive or for your friend to drive? If you would feel safer driving yourself, then congratulations. You suffer from the illusion of control, like the rest of us. Since your friend is just as good a driver as you are no safer driving yourself. But most of us would still feel safer to be the ones behind the wheel. Part of the reason for this is because by driving, we feel more in control, and hence better placed to avoid an accident. But the control that we have in this situation, the ability to drive the car, does not translate into control over whether an accident will occur, as in either case it's equally likely. The principal way to counter the illusion of control is to think carefully about the actual causal factors that will determine the outcome in a given situation. For example, when playing the lottery, many people feel that being able to choose their numbers increases their chances of winning. But careful thought reveals that in most lotteries there is no connection between the particular numbers chosen and the amount that people win. And so the perception that these choices are helpful is probably just the illusion of control. Research has shown that the illusion of control is strongest in situations that have what are known as skill cues. These are factors that make the situation seem like a test of skill, rather than luck, even if there is little or no skill involved. The most prominent skill cues are familiarity, competitiveness, and individual choice. So, in situations where we are familiar with the actions we are taking, there are elements of competitiveness, and we are able to exercise some choice, we are more likely to feel in control, even when the choices that we are making are not actually relevant. Casinos and other gambling situations exploit these cues to make us feel more in control, and hence more likely to gamble. The illusion of control is a positive illusion. It generally makes us feel better about ourselves, and often serves a useful purpose. In situations where it is unclear how much control we actually have over an outcome, like in a job interview, it is generally better to believe that we can influence the outcome rather than to assume that we can't. This is because the cost of incorrectly feeling in control may just be an additional motivation to try harder, whereas the cost of incorrectly feeling out of control may be a lost opportunity. There is additional support for the idea that the illusion of control is generally helpful in that it is weaker in people who are depressed. That is, a more accurate appraisal of one's abilities is linked with overall lower self-esteem. Of course, this is a general assessment, and in situations such as gambling, it is clearly better to have a clear understanding of the amount of control one actually has. In conclusion, the illusion of control is the tendency to believe that we have control when we do not. Until next time, may your mental mistakes be minor.